Courtney McCullough here with Ageless Writers Studios. I know I have a lot of these videos, and I know y'all are probably sick of them, assuming any of you actually watch them. You know, so, like I said, there's not many people who watch these. It's probably a good thing because people who have been making videos, I've noticed, like, especially like on Facebook or Instagram, they have been censored. I think TikTok is censoring some, but I'm not on TikTok, and TikTok is supposed to be banned in the United States. I don't know why I'm talking so quietly. Well, actually, I do know. I don't want to disturb my grandmother. But this is just... They've censored a lot, which is funny because this is supposed to be a free speech sort of thing, and it's not. And it's just... Have y'all seen what's going on in Rafah, in Gaza, the West Bank? Have you seen the videos, the pictures? Have you heard the children screaming? Seen the people on fire? Did you see Hind hanging? Or Hind wasn't the one that was hanging, was she? No, Hind was trapped in the car. The girl that was hanging was another little girl. There's so many kids. People burning alive. Soldiers breaking into homes and shooting people. Talks of sexual assault at a hospital. These are the things that Israel is doing to Palestine. And they have kind of proven that every accusation is actually an admission by them. They're burning books, they're burning people, they're stealing things. They are literally trying to steal the ground out from under the people of Palestine by having illegal sales of the land. And they're having those sales here in America and in Canada. The reason we know about it is because someone who is part of the one of the synagogues literally sent out the email that they sent to him. I think I've talked about that one before, though. They told people to go to Rafah and they would be safe, and they are bombing the safe place. Well, they were told to evacuate. They were told to get out. Where? And with what money? Because the soldiers are not letting them take half their things. They have no money. They're not even being allowed to have the aid that people are sending. And then, of course, we have our government, and by our government, I mean America, the United States, being like, oh, we're sending aid with one hand, but on the other hand, sending more weapons to genocidal maniacs. Well, Israel can be genocidal. No country that allows a human being or allows anyone to have the kind of power that they have is immune to going mad with it. No one is immune. But fortunately, most people have common sense or empathy or feelings. And it's not just Netanyahu who is this boogeyman, okay? It's a lot of other factors. I mean, have you seen some of the posts that people from Israel are making? The threats? And the way they diminish others who are Jewish, who are not wanting this genocide. By saying, oh, you must be a self-hater. You're a self-hating Jew. Because for some reason, everyone wants to equate anti-Semitism with not agreeing with Israel. You don't have to be okay with genocide to be not anti-Semitic. I think that's how I said that right. You can be anti-genocide without being anti-Semitic. And this is a genocide. The things that are laid out about what makes and constitutes a genocide is something that Israel is repeatedly going through. Just like a checklist. And we're letting them. Why? Why? Money. That's what it boils down to, a lot of it. It's money. Israel pays a lot of blood money to get their hands on weapons, and we as America are all too happy to take it. And then, of course, there's like the guilt from what happened with the Holocaust, with World War II. Or maybe it's partially guilt, mostly money. But the thing is, just because someone or someone's people were harmed in a genocide does not mean that they are not capable themselves of genocide. And from what I understand, not all of Israel are Israeli. They have been interviewing IDF soldiers who are coming from like the United States, the UK. I think there were some from Germany, some from Poland, some from Australia. I mean, and I know that there are, I don't even know where to start. I mean, up until October 7th, I myself wasn't really versed in what was going on. I should have been. I mean, I like to think that I'm trying to stay up on different issues and trying to educate myself, trying to be a better person. But Israel was kind of a blind spot. And I think it is for a lot of Americans, because a majority of us grow up in Christian church settings. You okay back there, Salem? If you hear anything rattling, that's my cat. But a lot of us were raised in Christian church settings. And one of the things that we're taught is that Israel is the chosen people of God. We are told that, Israel's our friend, and that we as Christians are supposed to stand up for our Jewish brothers and sisters, our Israeli brothers and sisters. A lot of us take it that to heart, especially when we go to school and we learn about the horrors of the Holocaust. I mean, why wouldn't you? Right? The horrors of the Holocaust, you can't even describe, They burnt books, they broke buildings, they broke houses, they killed people and children, and it was awful. And we as America were horrible in that we did not try to help save. We didn't try to help save any of them until we decided to join. And we only decided to join because Japan bombed us at Pearl Harbor. You know, like, that was literally the only reason that we got involved. And then, of course, there was something with public opinion when word got out about what was really going on with the Holocaust and everything, and that prompted a lot of change. But, you know, that's what we grow up with, right? Then we kind of learn about, you know, how Hitler got into power. We learn how Nazism became a thing. And we always say, never again. Well, never again isn't supposed to just mean, you know, for Jewish people. It's supposed to mean for anyone. We're not supposed to want to allow the genocide of anyone. And since all of this has started, people have, you know, brought that up. I mean, there are so many non-Zionist Jews who are wanting to help out with trying to get aid to Gaza, trying to get aid to Palestine, who are screaming at the top of their lungs to free Palestine. There are Holocaust survivors talking about how when we say never again, we meant for them too. I mean, but we're letting it happen. Again, we're letting them get away with it. For money. Mostly for money. And land. Money. Money's the big one. And then, of course, there are those who, you know, the biblical people who are, like, wanting it to be like this because, you know, Israel is God's chosen people, and it's, well, if y'all read your Bibles, you would know God smote Israel a bunch. When they started doing things like the shit they're doing right now, biblically, they would get a smackdown. And then in about a couple of decades, when he thought they would have learned their lesson, he would help them back out. Only to, you know, end up having to smite them again because, again, they just couldn't help themselves because the truth is they are just like anyone else. Okay? Just like anybody else, they are capable of create evil. And by they, I mean is the Israelis. Just like the Russians are capable of great evil. Ask the Ukrainians. Ask anybody who has come up against Mr. Putin. Okay? Netanyahu is capable of great evil. And those soldiers are very capable of doing great evil, and they record it, and they share it, and they think it's funny. Or have you not been paying attention? Have you not seen the kids looking at the rubble of their homes? Have you not seen the videos of the children thinking they're getting some kind of food in a can, and it turns out to be a bomb? Have you not seen the videos of parents seeing their children dead? Or husbands and wives realizing that they're never going to be together again? Have you not seen the videos of children realizing that they're losing limbs? Or that they have lost siblings? Have you not been watching those videos? Because I have. And they're upsetting. Then why are you watching them? Because I have the option of looking away, but the people who are living it don't. They have to see it every day. Because that is their reality. It is their reality. Most of them are starving to death because Israel will not allow aid to come through. Every time some kind of celebration goes on in other countries, they bomb Rafah or some other part of Gaza. I mean, and why? Because they know we're not paying attention. All eyes on Rafah. All eyes on Gaza. I know it, and I can hear what you're thinking. Courtney, aren't you a lesbian? Don't you know what they would do to you there? And you're like this big talking woman, blah, blah, blah. And so what if there are some homophobes over there who want to kill me? Have y'all not been paying attention to the shit going on here in America? They ain't special. Yeah. Y'all think that America is this big paradise for gays and trans people? For the LGBTQ plus community? Have y'all not been paying attention to what's going on in our country either? Hell, it's not even a good place to be a woman anymore. I'm tired. Which, that's nothing for me. I'm always tired. I'm a sleepy person. I don't know if it's part of the autoimmune disorder I have, the psoriasis. I don't know if it's the psoriasis. I don't know if it's the anxiety or the OCD or the CPTSD or any of my other numerous issues. I don't know if it's just the fact that I've been doing what I've been doing for my family, trying to keep everything going. Or if I'm just tired of seeing people who are supposed to listen to us, the people we voted in, who are supposed to take what we say and try to incorporate it somehow, the people we voted to represent us, are ignoring us. Because they care more about money than they do being right. They care more about money than doing the right thing. Which is funny, because growing up, every time we heard something about the United States, we were the heroes. Granted, the United States tends to brainwash their children, the children of the states, into believing that, because of course we're the greatest country. Oh, don't look at the real history though. Don't look at what we did to the natives and the indigenous and the black people. Don't look at any of that. Just know we're great. We're totally not built on genocide ourselves. And the indigenous tribes say, please, oh please, please. The United States always liked to paint itself as a hero that swooped in and saved the day. And now they actually have a chance to do something like that. I mean, they're doing it for the Ukraine, to save them from Russia, which I get it. Russia is dangerous, and especially with Putin at the helm. They're not doing it for the Congo, though, or the Sudan. Why? Because, well, we're funding what's going on down there because we want the cobalt and all the other stuff that goes in to make your smartphones and your laptops and everything else. And they don't want to help Palestine. Because Israel gives them too much money to want to do anything. Because, of course. Thankfully, a lot of our college students seem to be, they got balls. They're ballsy. And I'm proud of them. I am proud of our encampment people. I am proud of what the college kids are doing. And I don't know why anybody's surprised. They've been doing stuff like this for years. Well, it's because college turns a little... No. It's because college is where people start to branch out from their little bubbles. And they start getting to realize what else has been going on in the world. They start to realize the bigger pictures of what's going on. And they go, what the fuck? And they decide to do something. Because we grow up hearing stories of people in our history who decided, you know what, screw this, I don't like what's going on, I'm going to do something. So they decide to put it into practice. They're practicing what we've been preached about. And those encampments aren't hurting nobody. Most of it, from what I've gathered, they're mostly just places sitting there and they're just chilling, hanging out, and chanting and singing. Mostly, they're attempting to do traditional Palestinian songs and dances. They're doing chants for ceasefire now. They're not trying to be violent. But we're sending the police after them. We're sending the snipers after them. In fact, there are plenty of officers who are in plain clothes who are putting themselves in with the encampment so that they can start stuff from the inside to make it look like that. Oh, you sound paranoid. They've been doing it for years. Or were you not paying attention during the BLM movement? Well, it's still going on, but still. Have y'all not been paying attention? Also, I kind of think it's funny. The generation that's in college right now have either been through so many school shooting drills, have been through actual school shootings, or know of family members or cousins or something like that who have been through school shootings. And their own schools are deciding to pull guns on them. To throw the officers at them, which is also funny because the officers tend, from what I've seen with the school shootings and stuff that happens, officers tend to be only good at shooting unarmed people or mentally ill people or people who are autistic or people who are just opening the door. They don't seem to be good at actual threats, so just saying. Just saying. I mean, I could go on, right? I don't know any GoFundMes. I'm not part of the creator thing going on because I'm not a big enough creator. I don't have a big platform. But for like the two of you who watch this, I'll leave links to, like, I think there's the Protect Palestine Fund or something like that. I'll find them. I've linked them before on other videos, and y'all just, whatever you can, if you can. Because what's going on is bullshit. It really is. And the fact that money is the most important thing is just, it's bullshit. I wish there was a way, because election season's coming up. I wish there was a way to freak out the Electoral College. Like, if enough of us, I'm not saying just vote third party. I'm saying vote no one for president because I don't think there is a third party option that is pro-Palestine. So I'm thinking something along the lines of, vote normally for your local elections and your representatives and your state stuff, normal. And then for president, just don't vote, period. And if enough of us did that, would there be if enough of us didn't vote for the president, would that screw up the electoral college? If no one got enough votes, would it be like, who gets what? Like, would it be a coin flip? I mean, a redo? I mean, I don't know, but it would sure send one hell of a message, wouldn't it? I don't know. It just kind of feels so hopeless, don't it? All of our governments, it seems, all over the world, are just focused on greed and letting corporations do what they want. And fuck the little guy. Screw the working class. Screw the people who are literally trying to survive. The people who are being bombed. Like, forget them. Fuck them, right? So what if we sent a few more bombs for them? I mean, the money is good. Like, why did something that we created, something that is literally just nothing but paper and coin, why did we let that become so much of a focus in our lives? I don't know, it's a lot of bullshit. Anyway, Courtney McCullough from Ageless Cider Studios, and I'm signing out, and I'm praying for a better tomorrow. I hope you do too.